Hey everyone. Hey folks, how are you today? Okay. Alright. Let me write on Twitch and then we'll get started on X. Hey folks, how are you doing? Hey there. Hey, what up? I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you for joining and spending your Sunday with me. Really? I don't believe anyone would say anything good on Reddit. On me, about me at least. Okay, I'm almost ready to go. There was some audio problem yesterday. I hope I got it fixed. So, folks, if my audio is bad, please do let me know. Then I will try to fixing it. Because I looked through a recording yesterday. And it was awful. Well, let's hope today is going to be better. Slightly low. Okay. Do you want me to add a little bit more gain? Or it would be a bad idea? Okay. Yeah, in OBS I'm at 0, so I actually cannot add anything more there. Right, I think we're good to go. So that was one problem, then I will probably start with troubleshooting today first. Kind of like just a warm-up. Let me probably kill the music. Okay. I have everything set up. My Pulumi account. My AWS account. Okay, I think we can get started. Let me change the screen. can see the chat. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. By the way, if you guys are interested, I don't know if I don't know what exactly I'm going to do there, but I did build a new Discord community. I think I will try to grow it, and we'll see if this will be a space for us to talk about the topics on the stream, like things like AWS, DevOps, infrastructure as code, those kind of things. So if you are interested, there is a link in the description. I also send it out in the busy bot. So feel free to join, but it's currently pretty empty. Just letting you know. Okay, let's get started. Pressing the recording button here. Hey there. Am I still in network stuff? Kind of. Cloud networking. I don't do traditional on-premises networking anymore. Does that count? In our world, we have better APIs. Okay, let me... One second, I will switch and let me kill the Discord sounds because this is going to be a mess. On a mixer. Okay, I killed Discord, so that should be gone. Okay, we can go back. Have here my development server. So one small thing I did wanted to fix was... No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So apparently there was some kind of problem here with VS Code. I will spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes trying to fixing it. If I can't, then I will just give up and we will focus on the main stuff. Have I tried Aquarado? No. I think I heard about it a couple of years ago, but I actually don't know what it's doing. Okay, let's me do this. Okay, so how do I even fix this? This will work? Yeah, I don't think this works either. Let's try doing Google full. So VS Code, remote SSH, terminal, stack at install. Okay, maybe we will do the same thing. Let me kill this. Let me remove the server. And let's also remove this one. I have no idea what those second folder is. Maybe also just reload this. Reboot now? Yeah. Okay, so while... Okay, the server is back, I can actually bring this up. Connect. Okay, it will download. Does seem it's like still broken. But the shell is working. Git enables the following feature, Git auth provider. Kill VS Code server own the host. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, bots are attacking, so let me deal with that. Yeah, this doesn't help. This is weird. Git auth provider. Okay, whatever. I can care less. Maybe some other time. Let's bring up a new terminal. We will need to get the folder to continue our project. There was actually something I got wrong yesterday about Terraform that I did some Googling and I think I need to address. Where this is. Streams, Pulumi sandbox. Okay. So something I got wrong, we were playing around with the stack references yesterday. And I was telling that you actually like cannot do this natively in Terraform. I think I was wrong there. I was doing some research today. I think you can actually do this. So Terraform reference output of another stack. There is this like remote state something. Yeah, Terraform remote state. I haven't tried this, and they do seem to discourage using this. They say do that. Well, TFE. No, this is different. No, But yeah, you can use Terraform remote state to point to the output of another stack, and then this will work. So something like this. So you reference another stack, and then with this data stuff, you can use a subnet ID. So I haven't actually tried this kind of functionality, so this seems like it's actually pretty useful. All right. So let's go back. So today I want to focus on making our Pulumi setup a little bit more complex and I would say more useful as well. So the last thing that we did, we had this inputs JSON where we specified subnets, so this was good. Um, we created this model, so this is Pydantic stuff. I might want to revisit this Pydantic stuff a little bit more. So we just load this JSON file and then provision this with, like we parse it basically, and then in the main PY we create a VPC and then we create a subnet. Well, for how many more subnets. So the next thing that I want to do is to make it like more useful. So the things that I want to add are the following. So adding, maybe add a to do or something. Let's do a readme MD. And we'll have here to do section. One second, I want to check my bot. Okay, so I want multiple CIDRs, multiple VPC CIDRs, defining standard root tables, transit gateway attachment, DNS configuration, understanding how create multiple stacks, in our case multiple VPCs. Okay, probably something that's simple that I will do first. This would be changing inputs to YAML from JSON. Understanding more of Pulumi configuration parts. Okay. I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I think all of my extensions got deleted. I think I need to fix this. Dryer integration. Yeah, I think I only really need Python. Is there some YAML formatter? Yeah, let's do YAML as well. Actually, no. Let's uninstall this. There is this better YAML formatter, which is pretty good. Oh, there is Pulumi YAML. I don't know what is this. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's change this inputs JSON to YAML. Like JSON for inputs is a little bit terse. YAML to JSON online converter. Oops. I want to change it, can I? Transform YAML into JSON. Is there transform JSON into YAML? I don't see it. Okay, let's find something else. Oh, JSON to YAML, of course. Okay, let's get this. So let's call this, let's say I will have one of application called dbot and then another application called, I don't know. So it's, maybe we'll have dbot dev and dbot prod. YAML. Okay, so this will be dbot dev. YAML. I think I have something broken with copy. Copy. Nope, not here. Duplicate. So there was some setting that like you can do Control C, Control V and it works. But I don't remember how it's called. VS Code duplicate on copy paste. Copy paste with same name. Incremental naming. What's possible setting? Enable. Simple. Okay. All right. Dbot prod. Okay. And this will be maybe 100. And then we'll change this everywhere. Okay, this looks good. debug dev, debug prod. Okay. So I now want to be able to parse YAML. Let's check how to do it with Pydantic. So Pydantic parse YAML. I don't remember if I have to load the file. If I run the phone script. Oops, sorry for that. Okay, we'll just load the YAML file. So I remember there was different libraries. I don't know what are the best libraries right now. So Python YAML libraries. There was PyYAML. I don't know what this. I think there was some drama about this library. This is just too much text. I just want the library. So PyYAML, there was RUAML YAML. I think PyYAML is being updated. Okay. 602, okay. I think I can do what? UV at PyYAML. Yeah. Okay, cool. We have it. Right, so then let's start also shaping our inputs a little bit. So that's how I want them to be. We'll do what? VPC. And then actually no, I would need to do here. Let's do dev. Let's do prod. And then we move it here and we'll say VPC YAML. And we move it here and we say also VPC YAML. Okay, so I think this looks good. By the way, folks, can you like hear me all right? And if can you see the screen all right? Is everything good or I need to adjust my stream? Okay, awesome, thanks. Okay, so this will be our inputs here. So something I still like not sure and I want to understand. Okay, I will get some like easy win right now first, and then I will try to learn part about Pulumi a little bit better. So what I want to do, and maybe what should I do? Excalidraw. Let's do Excalidraw. So let's say I have a VPC, yeah, and it's called debug dev. In this VPC, I want to have two CIDR blocks. So in this CIDR block, so CIDR 1 is doesn't matter what it is. Let's say something like this, and then I will have And then I will have a second cider here. Like 164, let's say 24, for example. And here I will have two subnets. Maybe let's do this /27. Here will be tgw az1 /28. And the same one will be here. And then here I will have int az1 int az2. This is usually happens where like you need to grow VPC later. You first created it with some size, but then you don't have a space to grow and add new subnets. So something like this. Yeah, maybe like this first. This is what I want to achieve, right? And then ideally I would want to replicate this VPC. Okay. So something I wanted to check. Okay, what do I need? Let's go to our code. Okay, so we need to load our inputs first. So these open inputs.json. Okay, let's try to start parameterizing this a little bit better. So like for now, just define a static variable. Yeah. So let's do up name, and then we'll see like where I can move this around. So up name will be dbot. Environment. It is going to be dev. I would say we might even need a region, because ideally I would want to be able to create this in different regions. EU central one. Okay. So now I want to, let's do some function, right? So let's def load VPC config or something. And this will return a VPC config. So we would need to open a file, and ideally I want to do it for both JSON or YAML, just because I can. Maybe, okay, for now it doesn't matter, let's just do YAML. What from by YAML import what loader. So let's do what file VPC config path would be equal to what? Applications okay, I would need to have application name, environment, region. Okay, so applications, application name, environment for now. To be honest, I do want to have a region part of it. So like I'm deploying I have an application. I will have it in different regions. And then I might have different environments for it. Yeah, so let's do this as well. So let's do what EU Central one. Like this. I think this separation makes sense. Or how would you guys do it? So imagine you have an application and it will be a multi-region application and it will have dev and prod environment, for example. And you kind of like want to parameterize this properly. Would you do a structure like this, or you would do something else? Maybe you would first do like application name, then environment, then region, or vice versa. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, let's check the documentation for PyYAML. Just give me an example, please. I just need an example. Okay, YAML dump. Load and dump, okay. So yeah, no, I don't like this. Let's do just like this. So VPC config data is equal to YAML load f. Is this incorrect? Load stream. Yeah, this is fine. F should be a stream. Something else I wanted to check. Pydantic config. Model config. I'm pretty sure at some point Pydantic managing configuration with files. Pydantic settings provide optional Pydantic features for loading the settings or config class from environmental variables or secrets file. Do I need this? I don't think I need this at the moment. Pixel Genesis. what if you have multi-region application? Where do you put this level of granularity? Would we be before environment or after environment? Yeah, okay. I don't think I need this part yet. Let's move this under the main. Let's call main. We'll first have to load this. So we'll have what app name, environment, region. Maybe let's do AWS region. So this will be VPC config. I do have a breakpoint, so this should be good. Well, to be fair, I think I can just run this function, right? So we run Python main py. What the hell? This is not in their docs. Loader YAML C loader. No, it actually in their docs. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. VPC conf. Oh, I didn't save this. I did not save this. VPC config, and then I can return this, right? I can return this, and then I can put a breakpoint here. Let's do VPC config. All right, so we do have it. I would go with env and then region, because in my head it's multiple regions to that environment. I think my thinking process is maybe you do multi-region only in prod, for example, but in dev you only have a single region. I think this is my thinking process on this. Okay, so this config loaded just fine. We can now rework our way inputs. A little bit. Okay, so I do want to move this around, and then we'll have to do support for this. Okay, so int db should be fine. Okay, so something interesting is here, which is AZID. Now, my problem with this part is we do use EUC1 here, and like it's a lot of repetition, and then you make it not really portable to other to other regions, for example. So I'm thinking that I will change this part. to just be EZ1, EZ2, and then we will at runtime we will add this because we know a region for this. Then I want to go. So this transit gateway stuff, I do want to remove this. And then we will add a new CIDR here like this. So this will be 164.
Zeros Marvi underscore just followed.
Hey, thank you so much for following. So if you do something like this here, I can now do use this CIDR, but this will be changed. This will be a change in like this. Is this fine? 00/27. Yeah, I think my math here is fine. This is not like in Terraform provider, it requires an extra step to make it work. Like this first CIDR is called primary CIDR, and you like cannot really change this for VPC. Let's go and I will show it. What Linux distro is this? I'm just using Ubuntu for my dev machine. So if I go to a VPC, and oh, I removed, okay. Yesterday after the stream, I just destroyed all resources. Let's also delete default VPC because I never use it. Delete default. See. Okay, and we'll have to reference. We'll have to reference the Pulumi AWS registry. Let's see. EC2 VPC. This cookie stuff is annoying. VPC. Yeah, this one. So you don't provide multiple CIDRs in the VPC configuration. You provide it here. So we have here an example. So let's actually make this work. In our code. Okay, so we will do the following. Actually, I can do something very cool here. So since I have here this class, right, I can change this here. I can add a property saying default primary CIDR. And then we'll have it return self CIDRs 0. And then here another one, default secondary CIDRs. This will be a list of VPC CIDR configs. So this will be everything after the first one. We'll have to raise an exception here. Let's do what value error for now. Saying that So if you have less than 2 CIDRs, we'll raise an exception. We'll say VPC self name is only this amount of CIDRs. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Let's name this properly. Okay. So let's go back here. So here we can say VPC config primary CIDR. I really like I really like all of this contextual help and auto completion, just because we have all of this data fully structured. It feels nice. Okay, so this is first CIDR. Then here we will also do this. Okay. I think I do want to kind of encapsulate this. I'm thinking if this should be a class or not. Maybe let's consult the documentation. Pulumi creating own what classes or resources? Yeah, no, this is not that. Abstracting Pulumi code. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, they just say we will call them component resources. Okay. Oh, okay. There's too much text here. Okay. Okay, there is a bucket. There is bucket policy here. So there is AWS native bucket and bucket policy, and then they export something. Then they create their own class. They save 2 resources into their own variables. Okay, that's fine. This is some static stuff here. They create an init. Okay, they just call here a function that does something. Okay. Okay, we need to subclass Pulumi component resource. Okay, we'll do this right now. You do need to call we do need to call super, so this part I'll probably have to young here. Not sure about this part, so ops parent self. This call ensures that Pulumi registers the component resource as a resource properly. You also need to register outputs. This definition ensures that the new component resource acts like anything else in the Pulumi ecosystem when being called in the code. Right, so this part I don't fully understand yet. Maybe we'll get to it later. You will need to register all expected outputs. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, this part I understand. So this is like in Terraform, you define an output inside of the module itself. That's fine. Um, this function though, I don't fully understand. What does it do? Okay, you can okay, you just define like an extra resource here. We recommend being in the form package module type. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let's do this. So I already can see that we'll have VPC. How's it called? Component resource. VPC resource. Let's just call it like this. Right, and then we'll do something like this. Import Pulumi. This is some parameters here. Okay, for now, ideally we would have to define all of these parameters the same way like we did it in Pydantic. But I don't want to do that. So let's just do it this way. So I will say you just give me a Pydantic class, and then I'll figure out what to do with it. Right, they say you do need to call super on this. And then, yeah, this part I don't fully understand, but I'll just... okay. And then we need to register outputs here as well. We will definitely have CIDRs as our parameter, so that's something that I will have to do later. Let's just put some static variable right now. I don't need anything extra. Okay. So we go back and we can get this code already. I don't need this part at all. Maybe I would just kind of like have it. I don't really need this. Okay, let's move this around. Intent this. Okay, so import Pulumi AWS as AWS. Okay. So let's do... How do we do this here? So we need a logical ID for this. I know, should we just call it VPC? VPC, this VPC name, this is going to be... Yeah, we'll probably need to pass something else. So I would say application name. We do need application name. When we create this. we will need application environment. So environment as well. I don't think we need region. Okay. Uh, yeah, so let's do naming convention, right? So uh, naming prefix. So we will call it app name environment. And I'm thinking about this last one. I need to think about this part where we define a region. I would say I will probably need a function. Let's say we need a function which converts full AWS region name to short. Maybe what short and AWS region name. So the input here will be AWS region str, and then this is also going to be a str. Shortens AWS region. For example, EU Central 1 will be UC1. Something like this. So I think for this one I can use AI. I don't want to think about this. Let's see. I was checking GeoStream if this will work. Write a Python function that shortens AWS region name. For example, EU Central 1 to EUC1. Okay, so it breaks by hyphens, and then it takes the first letter and adds them together, and then the last part. Okay. Let's see if this works. UV run Python. Let's do shorten AWS region name EU Central 1. Okay, didn't work. This is funny. I like the power of AI. This is the best. No, this is. I don't even. Okay, I guess we'll just have to write it ourselves. Yeah, exactly. TVP sin, that's exactly what it is. Like, I don't know what easier example I could take than this. And it still didn't work out so well. Okay, we'll keep only the first letter of second part. This is actually not true all the time. AWS regions list, but again, I kind of like I can't be bothered right now to make it work. Um, how do I show this? Yeah, where is the list of all of them? Should I do this in the console? Yeah, for example, AP Southeast 1, right? If I go to Singapore region and then I go to EC2 console, there is zone name here. You can see that this converts to APSE1, not APE, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't remember how it's shown in the Gov Cloud. Yeah, to be honest, I should probably make sure that this works. So what do we have? So east, west. Okay, what would be this easiest way to do it? I guess if it has south or no north. Okay, parts one. Parts one starts with um, special multi parts. So multi parts will be what? South, north. For any, for multi part, maybe for S in multi parts. If parts one starts with why should we shorten to our own mapping? The reason why is because here yeah, I'm thinking maybe you're actually right. Maybe it just doesn't make sense to do it. Why to be yeah, so my thinking process was here in the subnets I want to use AZAD. So at first it was AFC1. So at first it was like this, right? But my kind of thinking process was I cannot replicate this between different regions now easily. But maybe you're actually right. Like what? Maybe this is kind of repetition that actually makes sense. Because if I accidentally. One second, my mouse just died. Um, if I accidentally copy paste config files from like different environments, like I will notice this, right? And if I try to deploy the stack with incorrect region, it will just break. So maybe this is better behavior. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And so I think that this was actually good question that made me reevaluate this. That makes total sense to do. Uh, the best code is the one that is never written. uh, yeah. Okay, like a hash map. Yeah, I think like a while back, this is how I solved this kind of issue. Exactly with like, okay, EU central one is equal to EUC one. But yeah, I think like I am now more convinced that I shouldn't make it very, very smart. Like it's not worth it. Because sometimes people copy paste things from different environments and then like never actually edit it properly, and then this is a problem, right? So by kind of like forcing you to do a little bit extra work here, at least like multiple replace, you are now more in control, right? Okay, good. So this is fine. Okay, so we do need to have this naming prefix. Let's add here. So maybe. I think this can be just naming prefix. Um, I don't need to add. Maybe let's add VPC, right? It will not hurt. So naming prefix. And no, okay. I will just keep it like this. So this will be my name. So something else I need would be DNS set. I need these two options: DNS host name and DNS support. Uh, let's move this around a little bit. Okay, cool. Why it's complaining? Oh yeah, equal. Okay. All right, so we'll have this. Okay, so subnets. So subnets is a little bit. Subnets will be a little bit weird. So, hmm. Yeah, let me do some magic here. Because yeah, maybe let's do first cider block so I am done with that part, and then I will show the next part. Okay. So here will be for secondary for cider block in self in what? VPC config. Secondary ciders. I think we need a variable. Okay, we will need to add stuff to this variable. Okay. So let's walk this through. Okay, so VPC, we reference the VPC. So this will be self VPC ID. Next, there are cider blocks. So this will be cider block cider.cider, I think. Yeah. And then we create this resource and we add this to like our local reference. This is cool. So now subnets. Subnets will be a little bit different. So we also need self subnets is equal to empty list. And then we have to add this subnet there. Okay, so something that needs to be changed here is subnets do not care about the secondary cider associations. So in my Pydantic model, I can actually implement this relatively easy. Okay, let's think this through. Where is this? Secondary cider append. Where is my model? Here. Yeah, so here I can manipulate data a little bit. So we'll say for cider in self ciders for maybe I can do an iterator or something. Or what, iterable? I think iterable, right? For subnet inside their subnets, yield subnet. Okay, so what I'm doing here is if we go to our inputs, like over here, even though the subnets, like, they technically belong to different CIDR blocks, right? When you create a subnet in AWS, you don't reference the main CIDR block. Like, you can just call it and pass a CIDR for that subnet. So this helps for humans because, like, this is how we think that, okay, we need something in its own container, in its own CIDR block. But for API, it doesn't care what was VPC CIDR. So we massaged our data a little bit. So we just like kind of like forget that the CIDRs exist and just get every single subnet. Okay. So we also need the subnet config name. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, guys, here is, I do need your input. So let's say, where is my Excalibur? Let's say my VPC is called debodev, and my subnet, I want it to be named int az1. Do we say that the full subnet name will be debodev dev int az1, or we will say int az1 debodev? I feel like the first one is more correct, right? Like, you kind of have application identifier environment and kind of like a subnet name there. First one. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So then we have a self. No, we have a naming prefix, right? Naming prefix, and then just say subnet config name. Okay, we have an AZ ID, CIDR block, VPC. Yeah, all looks good. Let's try dealing with the CIDRs over here. Okay, I think I need to go here and check. Oops. Go to definition. I want to see the output. Where is an output? Okay, probably let's go to docs. I didn't find what I was looking for. Parameters, constructor, inputs, outputs. Oh, okay, you actually don't get an outputs here. All input properties are implicitly available as output properties. Okay, so CIDR block. Okay, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but kind of like for the sake of mind, it makes sense that your output is actually something you get from an output rather than you get from the input. Like you actually check Cloud API to say, okay, my CIDR block is this, rather than referring to an input. I think this makes sense. Okay, so how do I do this? So this will be self VPC CIDR block. It will be also self secondary CIDRs. Self secondary CIDRs. Let's do for a C in self secondary CIDRs. This will be a C dot CIDR block. Okay. Excuse me. We will need ID of the VPC. VPC ID. This will be self VPC ID. We will need subnets. So this will be a list of dictionary. So this will be for subnet in self subnets. And we will create okay, I'm curious if this will work. Subnet. So what name? We'll have ID. So subnet.id. We'll have CIDR block. Subnet.CIDR block? Question mark. I think I did something wrong here. So register output. Okay, so this should be a dictionary. Okay, I think I just need a comma here. Here, yeah. Here, this is a list of subnets. For subnet and self subnets, I need name ID and CIDR. Okay, yeah, this looks good. This one I still don't fully understand. Maybe what? Our custom VPC. Thank you, Enzo. Yep. Okay, I think this looks awesome. Like this is kind of abstraction that I'm looking for. Now let's try to make this work. Okay, so I don't need any of this anymore. I'm actually curious if I say if name is equal to main, does this work or it needs to be like top level? Okay, I don't need any of this. I can create so VPC, right? I can just say I need to import that. So from VPC resource import VPC. And then I can just create this VPC, hopefully. We'll see if this will work. And I just pass a VPC config file. I also need to pass an app name. Environment. And I actually don't need region. Okay. So this looks okay. And hopefully this will work. Let's start with checking that we can still access our account. Session has expired. Okay, so what do I need? I think I just need this. No. I just need to go here and authenticate. Please don't log me out. Ah. Okay. Okay, I need to give a code. Okay, so let's see. We should be able to log into our account, which we do. And I think we should be able to do Pulumi up. Let's see if this works. This should be a dev stack. And let's go to our Pulumi console and see this. Okay, so something is incorrect. Missing one required positional argument name. Okay, so name of the resource. Let's add it here. And we will say oh, of course. Okay. This seems to be kind of working. Well, not fully. Asynchronous code. Yay. It's actually just, it's broken at the output stage. Let's see if this will just work. Okay. So if I did everything correctly, so something is wrong with outputs. We'll take care of that in a second. Oops. Oh, that was epic fail. I forgot F here. That's bad. That's bad. Let's rerun this. I think it will recreate the whole VPC. I mean, that's kind of like similar loop that usually do with Terraform, more or less. I would say maybe with its own like set of challenges. Look at this. Have our subnets. We have this custom VPC here. Should we look at the, okay, so it's kind of interesting that it registers this low level resources and then like this top level resource. Okay, let's see in the console. Uh, VPC. Still set up name in terminal. I think it was minus, right? It's deleted that. All right, let's see. A moment of truth. So I need to go to my region. My, let's see. Please work, please work, please work. Please work. Okay, and VPC. Okay, I have my VPC. It has two siders. And I have, okay, this actually didn't work, right? This is incorrect. We only have 4 subnets out of 6. So let's find what the hell is wrong there. Cider subnets. Yeah, it kind of like didn't even recognize this. Okay, I see now. This is a problem over here. Let's do all subnets is equal to. Oh no, I think I did it in the config file, didn't I? Yeah, I did it here. So this should work. So I just only need to change the reference. Like this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I'm concerned why it's keep asking me about stock. Like, why do I want by default to create a new stock? Okay, 2 more subnets will be created. That seems like what I want. Let's look here. Look at this. We have our 2 new subnets. This is awesome. Yeah. I like this. So I'm thinking folks, what should we do next? Because just simply adding we have to fix that register output stuff that we didn't do. And I thinking now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know what it is. I think the problem is over here, right? The way tags work in AWS, it's a list of objects, right? So it doesn't do a lookup based on the key. So I will try to Google for it. If not, we'll have to write a custom function for this. Pulumi return value of a specific tag. Yeah, I don't see anything. There might be something there, but I think if not, we can write it ourselves. So let's say it would be some kind of utils function or something. Let's iterate through tags. If tag name is equal to tag key, then return tag value raise value error tag tag key doesn't exist. Right, let's see if this works. Look at this. Let's see. uh, ah, yeah. Does this work? Oh, the stuff making me mad. Like, can I just keep using the same stack? That's what I want. I don't want anything else. Oh god. When you switch to incorrect keyboard. Okay, I will check this. Pulumi up, remember stack name. Pulumi up keeps asking for stack name. Okay, thanks. Let's try this. Okay, so it says for tag and self tags. Yeah, okay. Wait, what? I'm not sure I'm seeing the problem, to be honest. List of dictionaries. Maybe it's like their own tag object or something. I'm curious, if I do a breakpoint, will it actually let me go to... Oh, okay. Yeah, you cannot do breakpoint. uh, Pulumi use Python breakpoint. I don't care. I don't care, just... This seems too complex for me to go through. Pulumi VS Code extension. Yeah, also not... I don't have enough capacity to go through this. All right, folks, what are we seeing? What do you think is incorrect here? One thing that I'm thinking about is kind of like we had yesterday, where we were dealing with cross-reference tags. This output is not available until later. So I'm curious if I actually don't think any print statement works. Yeah, debugger here doesn't work. Pulumi Python print statement? Question mark. Get the value. Oh, apply. Is this it? Is this... check they are created before outputting. Yeah, so I think I can do it right in the Pulumi console. Let's see. So the subnet, is it the subnet? Yeah, it's subnet. Needs to have a tag. Oh, okay. This actually is just a dictionary. Okay. One other alternative I'm seeing is we can return here a logical ID, right, as well. Um, I'm like this. O apply lambda v. Yeah. Okay, so this needs to be something like this, right? Let's see how they do it here. Self bucket name. Like this is output property. So I'm not sure what's wrong here. Okay, maybe like just for tests, let's kill this first. Okay, seems like it's not even that. Okay. Yeah, I can understand why I saw some of this feedback that without doing apply. Oh, never mind. I think this is just a problem here, right? That print statement. Oh my god, I think it was it. I think it was that print statement. Oh no. Oh no. It was that print statement. It was that print statement. Okay, this seems to work, but I don't see an output. Why I don't see an output? Um, do I need to do like Pulumi stack ls or something? Stack dev. No output values in this stack. Okay. I'm not sure if it's better or worse. uh, oh, is it because we didn't do Pulumi export? It's because we didn't do Pulumi export, right? Okay. So to be honest, I don't know, but in their example for custom component, that's what they do, right? There is a register outputs, which kind of like in Terraform, it's very similar, right? You have outputs of the module, but then if you want to see them, you need outputs on the root module. This seems to be very similar. I think like I don't know. I wish I was able to see all outputs of this custom resource. Uh, Pulumi export all outputs from custom resource. Yeah, I think this is one other thing that I don't fully like is because Pulumi by default supports so many languages. Like it becomes a little bit complex to like Google for the stuff that you want. Okay, this is what they say. There's stack output and resource output. Stack output value that is exported. Stack output is the value that is exported. Okay, so this is what you do, like kind of like on root module in Terraform. Uh, the intended for use outside of Pulumi program context or within another Pulumi program via stack reference. Okay, resource output is something you might want to use with your Pulumi program to pass the value from one resource to another. A stack output might be a simple string, but the resource output is a rich object within your program. Mm-hmm. Outputs are unique and their promises. They are not known. Okay, this is why we need to do that apply stuff. This is because this is async operation. It takes time for cloud provider to complete. Because outputs are asynchronous, their values are not available. They cannot be converted. If you need an access and interact with an output plane value, you can do so by using one of the following. Okay, I wish there would be a little bit VPC. Okay. To be honest, like, do I actually need this? Maybe let's go to the UI. And I think we should be able to see it here, right? Yeah, we actually see it here. Like, I don't really need it to print it on the console. Or maybe I do want to have both, because I think this is important information here. Um, so VPC ID will be VPC, VPC ID. Oh, what did I do? VPC, VPC ID. CIDRs. This will be VPC. Oh. Yeah, I think this should work, right? I think. Hmm. I think I don't fully understand why. Um, okay, let's remove this part for now. I want to see all of these outputs here in the UI. Okay, we do have this outputs. My thinking process is that now, if I want to like, I should be able to reference resource output in the stack output. We just do one at a time. Pulumi export resource output as stack output. You can't print an output because an output is a container for a default value. Oh, okay. Destination. Destination. If you want to print, you can do this. Packet ID. I think I don't get it. Like in my mind, this should kind of work. But I guess I need to learn more about outputs, stacks, and all this kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay, folks, I think I will be wrapping up because I'm becoming a little bit tired. Um, yeah, I think, yeah, it's clear that it's becoming like complex, but also it would be also very complex to do in Terraform. Um, at least here I can do some kind of like, I can do some data massaging like I did here, right? Like I did here some properties that kind of like help me out a little bit to deal with this. Because if I had to do exactly the same thing in Terraform, there would be a lot of in there would be a lot of kind of like different data manipulation with like for loops and stuff to achieve something similar. Yeah, I can handle complexity in Python rather than TF. Yeah, I agreed with you fully, James. Um, so I had the module in Terraform where, you know what? I actually maybe like I will stay for 10 more minutes. There is something I really want to do because I know it's very complex to do in Terraform. Like even much more than this. Well, let's see if I can get it to work within 15 minutes. Yeah. So this is what I want to do. I want to change this one to this is what I want to do. Now, if we also had an IPAM solution, I could even do it on this top level as well, right? I could say, give me slash whatever. But like I don't have IPAM at this moment, so like I cannot do it here. But at least I can do it on subnet level, because this is where the power of like a programming language will be very, very understood. Like you basically need to dynamically change this block with this kind of inputs into appropriate CIDR blocks. I did this also in Terraform, but it becomes complex very, very fast. Like there is in Terraform, there is a function called CIDR subnets that kind of allow you to do this. But like, let me actually show this. I wish I was able to show my Terraform code, but I can't because it's work stuff. So Terraform CIDR subnets function. This is what you need to do to use, but this is the only input you can do. So you need to provide this either a supernet, and then you need to provide like these blocks. And because our inputs are not in a way where like I can easily reference, like, you know, I don't have something like this, like subnet 0 is this, right? Subnet 1 is this. I have like a list of objects with nesting and stuff. And I also have the same kind of input in Terraform. You have to massage this data quite a lot to be able to get it so that you can pass it to this function. Um, and like it's pretty horrible to be honest. It's working, but it's not good. Hey, Fun Hi. Thanks for joining. I do remember you joining my streams a while back. So glad to see you here again. All right, let's see if we can complete this within 15 minutes. Because if we can and if it's relatively simple, then I will be happy. So what we can do? What if we create here a function as part of Pydantic model of something like this? No, it's probably not going to be here. How can I do this? I think I will need it to do it on the VPC level. Uh, can I do this on the VPC level? Maybe here. I can do it here. I can do yield subnet cider. Something like this. All right, so I have, and yeah, I think this is actually a good place to do it. Python break subnet into smaller pieces. Have you figured out how to run Pulumi locally without Pulumi Cloud? I didn't need to yet, but I saw there was a specific article on this. Running Pulumi with state in S3 or something. I don't know if you can, yeah, here, state and backend's local file system. And you need to log in kind of like to the file, and that's it. Is there some library in Python that can break this? Sure, I could write binary, but I don't want to. There is IP address module and there is subnets method. Let's check this. Subnets. Yeah, I think we need to play with this a little bit. iv run python hi tester Chuck. Yeah, try the local file system. Okay. So from IP address import IP network. Let's do net will be IP network. Let's do 10 0 0 slash. Okay, let's do 16, whatever. And then net subnets. Um, yeah, I think this is the right block. Prefix lang diff. Subnet adjoins to make the current network definition depending on the argument in new prefix 26. Okay. So let's say what new prefix is equal to maybe let's do 24 first, and then let's see, like I first will break it into prefix lan 23. Oh, new prefix. Uh list. Oh, right. It should be 25. And if I do 26, okay, it gives me 4 subnets. Uh, what does prefix lang diff do? I don't understand. What does this do? I mean, obviously I need to write. I mean, I need to read, but I don't want. uh, prefix length diff is amount. Our prefix length should be increased by. I don't understand. Oh, I can use only one but not the other. Okay, I think I understand. That's not what I fully want. I want to be able to provide a list of maybe there is some library, because I don't really want to write code for it. Python divide supernet into a set of subnets of multiple prefixes. Okay, someone wrote the code. I usually just put the library. 28, count 10, 4. Folks, could you help me find maybe some kind of library or something that will solve this? So what I want to do is, given this and these parts, I want to get subnets. Kind of like the alternative to cider subnets in divide supernet into set of subnets of variable lengths. Yeah, it only creates it of the same size, but not variable size. The function dot subnets. I think I will probably have to do it because I don't see any reply. Let's see if our AI will do this. Given a supernet, for example, 10 10 10 0/24, write write a program in Python with the following requirements. Giving a supernet, for example, we want to divide it into a list of subnets with variable lengths. For example, if you provide inputs /25/26/26, the output will be Let's see if oh LLM did what I we asked it to do. Well, this is some input stuff. Where it the problem is? Uh, IP address P4 network supernet. I'm actually not seeing where is an error here. It says line 15 doesn't appear to be IPv4 or IPv6 network. This is IPv4 network. Oh, is it? No, I'm not seeing what this problem is. Oh, okay. I think it broke somewhere here. Let's just make it do the work. I don't want to deal with this. Yeah. These goddamn LMs. Okay, let's just try to do it ourselves. So supernet subnet links. We have. I got. Okay, this is a result. We do supernet. For every length, we will. You'll create a new network. Yeah, this makes zero sense. Yeah, these LMs don't are weird. Uh, they just took an IP address and and put this. I can't. Oh my god, this is so funny. I I'm so confused. I am so confused. Yeah, to be fair, this is for all mini. Um, I don't want to like. I have I use ChatGPT Plus, but I don't want to bring that up. Maybe it would be able to handle it. But also, if I don't know it myself, what kind of programmer am I, right? So I should probably just suck it up and do it myself. Am I right, folks? We should. We should just do it ourselves. Okay, so let's say we have a list of those subnets. I'm thinking how should we do it, especially if we'll have a mix of subnets, right? Like ideally we would want them to sort properly. Um, but there might be a case where we didn't. So we need to keep track of gaps, I think, right? So what kind of subnet blocks are free? Yeah, let's I don't fully know yet, but let's try. So let's say our first one is /25, right? Um, yeah, maybe this case I will be able to solve easily, but corner cases will be much harder to do. Um, so I'm thinking like uh, get you get a subnet. Yeah, I'm thinking this will be some kind of recursion algorithm as well. Um, so free blocks or something. This will be super net. For subnet lengths. Yeah, to be honest, like I didn't fully incorporate AI workflows in into my work. Like I, very often I find that I have to then debug AI generated code, and I don't like that part. Uh, okay, so how do we do this? So if this was a recursive algorithm, we need to keep track of available blocks and iterate them one at a time and try to get a subnet from that block. So I would say for free block in free blocks, we will take, no, maybe we'll keep track of index, right? For E in the range of len of free blocks. Uh, for every block, we will first try to supernet it, right? So if we'll try to do free block subnets um, slash uh, subnet links. For subnet links in subnet links. Okay, let's see if it will be able to figure this out. Okay, so we try to get the subnets for the subnet links. What was the function signature? New prefix, right? New prefix. New prefix is equal to subnet links. Right, so free block subnets. Okay, so the first subnet that we'll get we can add this test subnet, right? No, this is the dates. Okay, so we get the first subnet, right? And now we have more blocks, more free blocks. Yeah, unfortunately I have to go now. I will have to think about this a little bit more. But here it was my thinking process. I should probably just draw it out and then I will try to implement it. So let's wrap up with me like trying to draw out what I'm trying to do. So we have the cider. We say give me 26, right? So I break this into 426. Right, so this is what I do. Then I get this as a result, right? And now I remove this subnet, right? So this is red. This is red now. This will be in our output, right? And now this is my new blocks. So now what I need to do is I actually do need to merge these two blocks together. So that's probably the part that I will have to think about. How do I do this? Because this is a contiguous block, right? So I need to merge this block into /27 so that we can still potentially allocate /27, right? So, and then I run my algorithm again. I say, give me /26. I go and give this /26. And then if I say, give me /27, I can get it from here. If I say, give me /25, then I divide it into blocks of 25. So that's what's my thinking process. All of this part is pretty simple except of this merge part. Like this merge part, how do I merge two subnets into a valid subnet? Because I don't know from this list like if I can merge them or not. Right. I do have to go, so I will have to think about this some other time. Yeah, but I think this was pretty good. I'm really liking the abstractions here we are having, these custom resources. Like this was relatively easy to implement. Yeah, so we'll have to explore this more next time. All right. Thank you so much, folks. And until the next time, cheers. Bye bye.